Welcome to my channel Class Winner by Shri Shyam Books, All India #1 skill books publisher. Welcome to the explainer. Today, we are going to tackle the stock market, but we are going to break it down into its two main parts, the primary and the secondary markets. Once you get how these two work together, you'll see exactly how companies get the cash they need to grow, and more importantly, how you can own a piece of them. I mean, it sounds kind of complicated, doesn't it? But really, it all boils down to the journey of a single share of stock. So let's follow that journey, right from its creation to its everyday life on the stock exchange. It's the best way to see how you can actually own a slice of your favorite company. So where does this all begin? Well, it starts at the company that has a great idea, but needs money, what we call capital, to actually make it a reality. Whether they want to build a new factory, invent some cool new tech, or expand into other countries, all of that growth costs a lot of money. Sure, the founders can use their own savings, maybe get a loan from a bank to get started. But when it's time for the big leagues, that's usually not going to be enough. So to raise that serious cash, they often turn to the public. And they do that by offering up tiny pieces of ownership in their company, which of course, we all know as shares. Okay, so this first sale of shares, it's a special event. It doesn't just happen anywhere. It takes place in a very specific part of the financial world, which is called the primary market. The easiest way to think about the primary market is as the birthplace for stocks. Seriously, it's the very first time a security is ever created and sold by the company itself. It is a direct line, a transaction between the company and its very first investors. And you've probably heard of the most famous event that happens in the primary market, the initial public offering, or IPO. This is a huge deal for a company. It's the moment it goes from being private to public. This step is what allows its shares to finally get listed on a stock exchange where anyone can trade them. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The company can't just, pick a number out of a hat. They have to figure out what investors are actually willing to pay. And to do that, they use this really clever, sophisticated process. It's called the book building process. Basically, the company sets a price range. Then, big investors come in and place bids, saying how many shares they'd buy at different prices within that range. This whole thing is basically price discovery. It lets the market itself decide what the fair value for these brand new shares should be. Pretty neat, right? So here is the absolute key takeaway. When you buy a share during an IPO in the primary market, your money goes straight into the company's pocket. It's not going to some other investor. This is the cash infusion that the company uses to fund all those big plans we talked about, building things, innovating, and hiring more people. All right, so the shares have been born in the primary market, and the company has its money. But the story's not over yet. Not by a long shot. Now that share begins its whole new life in what we call the secondary market. Now, this is what most of us picture when we hear the words, the stock market, right? It's that busy, fast-paced world of stock exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq, where millions of shares are bought and sold every single day. And this highlights the most important difference. In the secondary market, the company that issued the stock, they're not part of the transaction anymore. At this point, it's just investors trading shares back and forth with each other. So when you buy a share on a stock exchange, your money is going to the investor who sold it to you, not to the company. Okay, so we've got these two very different markets, the primary and the secondary. They do different jobs, but here's the thing. They completely depend on each other. They work hand in hand to form one single, complete system for raising and trading capital. This comparison really lays it all out, doesn't it? On the left, you see the primary market is all about capital formation. It's how the money gets to the company. And on the right, the secondary market provides liquidity. It makes sure that investors can easily buy and sell those shares later. And think about it, without a healthy secondary market, who would want to risk buying in the primary market in the first place? So understanding this whole two-part system isn't just some boring finance lesson. It's actually super practical. This is the foundation you absolutely need if you're even thinking about becoming an investor yourself, because you're going to be interacting with both of these markets. Okay, so before you just jump in and start buying shares, whether it's in a hot new IPO or just on the regular stock exchange, it is vital to know the rules of the road. There are some really important guidelines you should follow to make sure you're investing safely and smartly. This stuff is so important. Always, and I mean always, work with registered professionals. Never forget that investing comes with risk. And honestly, if anyone ever promises you a guaranteed high return, that's a massive red flag. And please, always get a contract note for your transactions. It's your official proof of what you bought or sold. As you start out on this journey, you're going to be building what's known as a portfolio. And a portfolio isn't just about one stock. No, it's the whole collection of all your different investments. Thinking in terms of your overall portfolio, that's the mindset of a strategic investor. And probably the most powerful strategy for managing that portfolio is something called diversification. You've heard the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, that's literally it. By spreading your money across different companies, different industries, maybe even different types of assets, you help protect yourself if one of your investments happens to do poorly. So there you have it. We've followed the journey from a company's big idea to a share's birth in the primary market, all the way to its busy life on the secondary market. You now have the basic map to this whole financial world. The only question left is, where do you want to explore first? Thanks for watching The Explainer.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.